Hallo Leute, let's talk about your activity. Kleines Städtequiz. Yeah, also really it's just one Stadt, though we're talking about Berlin. Yeah, so it's really more of a Stadtquiz than a Städtequiz, but naja. Also, one of my favorite topics in the world to talk about, the city of Berlin, where our partner school is, and where you will spend a good amount of time if you do the real gap exchange with me. So you'll see all this stuff like for realsies. So it's worth talking about. We're going to kind of go through these questions here and not just answer them, but talk a little bit more in detail. So really quickly, let's just start off here with this first one. Welche Tiere sieht man auf dem Brandenburger Tor? These are easy to Google questions, yeah. What animals are on the Brandenburger Tor? Well, let's look. On the Brandenburger Tor, yeah, really quick and easy to find out that you get 4 horses. Yeah, 4 Pferde. Okay, also, can I make my screen a little bigger? Go over that side just a little bit. So there they are, the 4 Pferde, yeah, on the Quadriga on the Brandenburger Tor. Now, the interesting thing about the Brandenburger Tor, and there's a lot, yeah, so you can, Wikipedia will get you started with, the basics. But gosh, such a ton of history associated with the Brandenburger Tor. So this is what it looked like after Berlin was destroyed in 1945. Yeah, just rubble all the way around it. You can find pictures of the Soviets at the Brandenburg Gate, of the Nazis marching through the thing. This is Unter den Linden on the east side of Germany, communist East Germany, yeah, in 81 before the wall fell. This is kind of what it looked like when the wall was up. Yeah, the wall went around the Brandenburger Tor. So the Brandenburg Gate was in the no man's land. You could not walk through the gate during Cold War times. Here's Reagan speaking in front of it in 87, where he said, Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Yeah, so lots of celebrations there. There are concerts there. Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like at night. It's all lit up right here. Yeah, from like looking east to the right of the Brandenburger Tor. This is the American Embassy. So we have a place of honor right next to the Brandenburg Gate. You can't tell it obviously from here, but the Reichstag, the German Parliament building, is about a half a block this way over here to the left. So really close. Here's a nice daytime shot. Yeah. So some other really interesting things. Yeah, you've got a nice painting because no cameras at the time. Napoleon marched through the Brandenburg Gate. Now, yeah, here it is in the 30s. There's some pictures online of the Nazis marching through the gate. You can find pictures of it all bombed out after the war. Of course, when the Berlin Wall came down, people climbed on the wall in front of the gate. That's the poster in my room. Yeah, so much to talk about with the Brandenburger Tor. So enjoy the pictures. But the question, yeah, was what's on the top of it? It's 4 horses. Yeah, and they do face east. Okay, the horses are going east into the city of Berlin. Now it sits in the very center of the city. At one time, though, it was the gate and the entrance to the main part of the city. Okay, so that was your first question. Brandenburger Tor. Also B. In Berlin fährt eine berühmte Buslinie vom Bahnhof Zoo durch die Stadt zum Alexanderplatz. Wie ist ihre Nummer? The number of the bus line is Bus 100. Yeah. So you can explore Berlin by Bus 100. Yeah, it just basically goes to all the major sites around the center of the city. So easy to Google. Yeah, it'll tell you all about it. You hop on, hop off, see all the major sites. Okay, next question. Was ist das KDW? The KDW. The KDW, yeah, is the luxury department store, yeah, in the center of Berlin. It is continental Europe's largest department store. The largest, well, I guess it may be Europe's largest department store now, if we're not counting Harrods in London. Only Harrods in London is bigger, but since England has left the European Union, I don't know, maybe KaDeWe counts as the biggest now. In any case, it's huge. Yeah. So, one of the most interesting things about it, we'll get in just a second. Yeah, one of the upper floors is where you're going to want to go. But I'll just scroll down through here. Yeah, you can see all the stuff that's offered at the KaDeWe. It is a high-end department store. It is quite pricey. Yeah, a little out of my price range. That's what it looks like. Okay, it takes up an entire city block. Now, where you want to go as a tourist is probably up here, the second to the top floor. Can't ever remember if it's the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, it's always further up than I think it is, but it's the one, it's not the top one, it's the right next to the top one. That's the food floor, okay? The top one is a restaurant, but right before you get to that is the grocery store floor, okay? And we're going to look at some pictures in just a minute. These other floors, regular department store stuff. The bottom one here, yeah, is all the super luxury brands, like the most expensive brands of jewelry and watches and crystal and all that is right here on the bottom. But we're going to go in the front and we're going to go up the escalators to this floor up here, and what we find is this, the food floor, which is not too bad out of our price range. Yeah, you can go up there and you can get a nice coffee and cake for not too expensive and just look and enjoy the view. Pastries, so many pastries, this huge seafood section, hundreds of kinds of sausages. Let's see if we have a picture of their bread. They have huge cheese cases and, like I said, pastries and breads and sushi and like live seafood, live octopus and stuff. It's really amazing. Yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, you can check it out. Okay, just Google KaDeWe. It's either 6th or 7th floor, food floor. Yeah, and you'll see lots of awesome stuff. Okay, definitely worth checking out. I try to go there every time I'm in Berlin and get a little cake and a little coffee, and always go by the American section and see what's in the American section. Now, they do have a small American section. It's one little aisle. They usually have Duncan Hines cake mix, Jif peanut butter, marshmallows, that sort of American stuff. Last time we were there, they had Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. It was super expensive though, like $8 a bottle. But yeah, if you're in Germany and you're really dying for some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, I guess you'd be willing to pay that. Okay, next question. Dave, wo kann man Lady Gaga, Obama und Johnny Depp zusammen sehen? Well, if you want to see those people, but not really, you go to Madame Tussauds. Yeah, so Madame Tussauds of Berlin and of many other countries too. Yeah, I think there's one in London and I don't know, Las Vegas. There's a couple of them. Anyway, it's a wax museum, so you can see all the celebrities. Super touristy. You can see down here, they want to sell you combo tickets to that and the aquarium and such. Yeah, so you can see they've got Heidi Klum and Manuel Neuer and Merkel. You can take your picture with Merkel. They did have Trump. They made the headlines not too long ago because when Trump lost the election, they pulled Trump out and put him outside in a dumpster. But, yeah. In any case, Madame Tussauds, okay, Wax Museum in Berlin. All right. A. Wie schmeckt ein Berliner? Well, there you go. That's a Berliner. Yeah, a Berliner is a jelly donut. That's it. Nothing really exciting there. Most people know or have heard, the rumor that JFK said, "Ich bin ein Berliner." I'm a jelly donut. Nobody thought he meant that. Yeah, a Berliner is someone who lives in Berlin. It's also a jelly donut. Just like a hamburger is someone who lives in Hamburg, and it's also a patty between two buns. Yeah, a Frankfurter is someone who lives in Frankfurt, and it's also a hot dog. Yeah, also it does not cause a lot of confusion. But yes, Berliner does mean jelly donut, but not in Berlin. Yeah, in Berlin it's called a Pfannkuchen. Okay, in Berlin they call it a Pfannkuchen, but in other parts of the country they call this a Berliner. There's also a thing called an Amerikaner, yeah, which I thought was interesting. An Amerikaner is a really big, like this big around, like probably 5-6 inches across cookie. Yeah, it's a cookie and it's dipped in white chocolate on one side and dark chocolate on the other side. Yeah, and they call that an Amerikaner. I don't know. Why not? And then your last question, letzte Frage, wo bekommt man die beste Currywurst in Berlin? Well, now that's a loaded question. Where do you get the best currywurst? That's like asking a southerner, where do you get the best barbecue? Yeah, also many people think it's right here at Knöpke's. So Knöpke's, yeah, is a little snack stand, as you can see. It sits underneath the subway in East Berlin, and it is very famous. Lots of people go there to get their currywurst. It's one option. There are many places. They're all online. You can get on there and look at their tours and their videos. Knöpke's is one. Curry 36 is one. That's in the video no, they actually went to Curry 36 and Curry 61, I think. There's so many of them. Personal preference, whichever one you like the best. I've been to Knöpke's. I like it. There's usually a long line, but that's okay. But it's kind of nice to go to, like the original sort of one. Anyway, guys, so much to talk about with Berlin. Gosh, I could just go on and on and on forever. But I'll stop right here. If you have questions, as always, just ask. Do some exploring on your own. And if you find some interesting things, let me know. Let me know what you found, what you thought was interesting. Okay? Cheers.